Hey there YouTube, WrestlingOptimus here, back with my action figure review of Wrestlemania 42, Night 1 from fabulous Las Vegas. Sorry I haven't been around in a while, I addressed it in my latest unboxing video, so check that out. But what matters today is I'm back, and ready to recap the Showcase of the Immortals. So, with all that out of the way, let's take it over to the action figures. This year's host, John Cena, welcomes us to WrestleMania 42. Then we learn that Michael Cole has been doing this for a quarter century. A running theme this weekend will be celebrity involvement, and it starts right away as IShowSpeed teams with Logan Paul and Austin Theory to take on LA Knight and the Usos. The megastar arrives in a giant pickup, giving me an excuse to show off my wreckin' monster truck. Meanwhile, the heels, who I forgot were the current tag team champions, come down in a disorienting 9-camera box. The Usos superkick Theory and Paul, leaving Speed to start the match against Knight. He shows off surprising athleticism, but is easily overwhelmed by actual wrestlers. After a short but fun match, Theory holds Knight while demanding that Speed hit him, but instead, LA shoves Theory into Speed, then nails him with a BFT for the win. A pissed off Logan Paul confronts Speed in the ring, blaming him for the loss, and decks him with his titanium fist. Then, he sets Speed on the commentary desk, but the Usos and LA Knight save the streamer and throw him back in the ring. They put Logan on the commentary desk, and Speed hits an amazing top rope splash to stand tall. On a side note, yes, I'm aware that I desperately need to update my Uso action figures. Next is an unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Unfortunately, Jacob is one of many figures that I haven't unboxed yet, so all you get is Drew. Consequently, I can't do much in the way of pictures, so here's a quick recap. Fatu has an awesome entrance complete with fire dancers, while McIntyre has his big sword. Obviously, there's lots of weapons, including the dreaded toolbox, but the moves are what impressed me. Jacob does a pop-up Samoan drop, while Drew hits an incredible plancha to the outside before kicking out of Fatu's signature moonsault. But after some more mild violence, none of which justifies the unsanctioned stipulation, Fatu hits another moonsault, only this time through a table, to pick up the victory. Next is the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag team titles. First out are the frenemies Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, who both have wings as part of their entrance gear. Lyra Valkyria is another figure I haven't unboxed yet, but at least I have Bayley. They come out in matching silver jackets. I feel a surprise coming because the champs, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, come out next instead of last, while wearing masks that pay tribute to Demolition, who were inducted into the Hall of Fame the night before. Sure enough, the Bellas come out last, with Nikki using a crutch. She says she's not medically cleared, but doesn't want to ruin Brie's WrestleMania moment, so she called in an old friend. Cue Paige to a huge pop. Like all the matches this weekend, it's short, but in the end, Nikki attacks Charlotte with her crutch, which distracts Alexa and gives Paige time to recover. She counters a Twisted Bliss into a Rampage to become your new Women's Tag Team Champions. This was a really fun surprise, and now they have a built-in jealousy storyline when Nikki is finally cleared to come back. The Women's Intercontinental title is on the line next as AJ Lee defends against Becky Lynch. The man comes out first to a live performance of her theme song by the Wonder Years, while AJ Lee is accompanied by an army of little clones, each carrying a replica title belt. After already tapping out twice to AJ, including when she lost the belt, Becky desperately tries to avoid the Black Widow and another humiliation. Also, apparently Becky hates this ref, so after successfully escaping a Black Widow attempt, Becky uses the ref to block AJ, then removes the turnbuckle pad and smashes AJ's head into it. Finally, she hits a manhandle slam to become your new Women's IC Champion. Coincidentally, Becky's husband is up next, as he takes on Gunther in a match that was clearly thrown together last minute. Originally, Seth was going to face Roman, but he got hurt and wasn't expected back in time for Mania, so Roman pivoted to Punk, and when Seth got cleared, they had to scramble to find him a replacement. Enter Gunther. But this implies that originally they didn't have plans for Gunther, which is wild. Anyway, the career killer has arguably the most understated entrance of the night, coming out to white text on a black background and zero fanfare. Predictably, Seth does the opposite, coming out with creepy all-black contact lenses and a jacket that's literally smoking while tons of pyro goes off. Gunther jumps Seth before the bell, and they brawl around the outside for a while, getting in some weapon shots before the rules apply. Finally, the match starts and Gunther takes control. He kicks out of a pedigree and a stomp, while Seth manages to escape the sleeper hold. They brawl to the outside again, where Seth lays out Gunther on the commentary desk, then delivers a running stomp from the Spanish commentary desk. But while Seth celebrates, Braun Breaker comes from out of nowhere and spears the crap out of him. I guess the ref doesn't see this though, because Braun throws Seth back in the ring and slowly walks off without a DQ. In fact, the ref doesn't even question why the guy who just delivered a devastating offensive move is now writhing in pain in the ring. But as Taz would say, I digress. Gunther recovers and locks in another sleeper hold. Eventually, Seth passes out in a flat finish as the crowd goes mild. But Breaker isn't finished yet and comes flying down to deliver another spear. He's met at the top of the ramp by Paul Heyman and the two embrace. During the break, we see that one of the Demandhausens was met and Danhausen got his Blimphausen. Very nice, very evil. Congrats to the Hall of Fame class of 2026, including AJ Styles and Stephanie McMahon. Next, Stephanie Vaquer defends the Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan, who comes out to her new song Trouble, complete with a chair dance and striptease. I'm genuinely curious if they're gonna release a Liv Morgan figure with the giant knot on her forehead. At this point, she's had it for a music video and a WrestleMania entrance, so it's kind of iconic. I desperately want a Stephanie Vaquer figure, but haven't managed to find it at a good price. Regardless, she enters under a shower of pyro and flower petals with a gorgeous headpiece and long flowing train. Inevitably, Raquel and Roxanne make an appearance. Their distraction allows Liv to hit Oblivion, but Stephanie kicks out. She fights through more interference, but in the end, it's just too much. Liv hits another Oblivion to become your new Women's World Champion and the third new champ of the night. In fact, no champions have retained so far. Afterwards, Dirty Dom comes out to celebrate ahead of his match against the Demon tomorrow night. John Cena is back to announce the attendance for tonight. Turns out they did manage to break 50,000, but just barely, and significantly down from the 61,000 in this same building just 1 year ago. Maybe don't book the same city twice in a row. Strangely, Bianca Belair joins him wearing a huge dress covered in glittery blue roses. She tells John to add one more to that attendance as she unties the dress and reveals her baby bump. Congrats to her and Montez Ford. After a great video package, Pat McAfee gets his own entrance for some reason. Then, in probably the best use of the LED entryway so far, a giant CGI Viper heralds the arrival of Randy Orton. Not to be outdone, Cody's entrance includes mannequins with ring gear from his old gimmicks, alongside brief clips of moments in Cody's history. Yes, including Stardust, which gets an audible laugh from the crowd. As he slowly ascends wearing a golden helmet, the reaction sounds mixed. Fans still pop for the "whoa", but are noticeably quieter or even hostile to the rest. Even an appearance from Brandi and Liberty Rhodes doesn't seem to win over the crowd. Pat interrupts Alicia Taylor during her intros, then attacks Cody with the mic before the bell. But Cody fights back, hits him with a crossroads, and drags him onto the commentary desk. Jelly Roll appears and drops an elbow from the Spanish table. All the while, Randy is nowhere to be found. Pat gets taken away on a stretcher, hilariously putting his thumb up to assure his fans that he's okay. The big story is Randy's lingering back injury, which not only prevents him from doing moves and capitalizing on the ones he can do, but also gives Cody an easy target. A bloody Orton hits Cody with a crossroads, but he kicks out. He also kicks out of an RKO later on. But when he pokes Randy in the eye, a blatant heel move, a now blinded Viper accidentally RKOs the ref. Without a ref, Cody low blows Orton, but he recovers and counters a top rope Cody cutter with another RKO. Suddenly, Pat McAfee sprints to the ring, wearing a neck brace and sunglasses, plus a referee's shirt. But his count is really slow, and Rhodes is able to kick out yet again. I guess the slow count pissed off Orton, because he delivers an RKO to Pat just as the ref is waking up. That gives Cody the chance to hit a crossroads though, and he retains in another flat finish. Plus, given how ineffective the crossroads has been historically, I think it should have taken more than one to beat Randy Orton. When Cody holds up the belt in victory, he gets heavily booed. If this isn't the start of a heel turn, WWE is completely oblivious. However, in a last show of defiance, and possibly a babyface turn of his own, Randy hits Cody with the belt and gives him a punt, then stands over the champ's bloody body to close out the show. Overall, Night 1 was okay, but multiple flat finishes kept it from being really good. There wasn't much actual wrestling, but the limited amount was decent. Paige's return was cool, and lots of storylines either advanced, for better or worse, or finally finished. However, regardless of match time, there's too many celebrities and not nearly enough heat. Combined with high ticket prices, injuries, and killing the territory, this was never going to meet expectations. Also, although personally I love a good title change, this many in one night not only feels like it takes away from each person's moment individually, it also eerily feels like a roster reset is coming. Alright, that'll do it for WrestleMania Night 1. Let me know what you thought in those comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Smash the like button, share with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know, subscribe to the channel, and spread the word. You can also talk to me over on X at WrestlingOptimus, or see all my best figure photography over on Instagram at WrestlingOptimus. I'm also on Facebook and Blue Sky now. If you haven't seen my latest video, you can check that out right here. But until next time, I've been Wrestling Optimus, and I'll catch you later.